Tifa tifa te pō, tifa tifa te ao. Tifa tifa te pō, tifa tifa te ao. Kua tifa ki te mate, ka tifa ki te ora. He aha te hau e mai ni ana te kiri o te tangata. Te kiri māhana, te kiri mātao, he kura tangihia, he mai mai aroha. He mai mai aroha ki a rātou kua mene atu ki te pō. Ki konei, kei raru i te marumaru o Mauao, ka titiro au ki te rai o Pāpāmoa ki te tokorua. Kua i tuahia, kei raru i te marumaru o tērā maunga. Nō reira, koutou kia koutou, kua pōhiri tia o koutenei tini ngirongero ki te hui huinga o te kahurangi. Ka ki ake rā koutou ki te rangi tūhāhā, i reira koutou tupakiri ai, i reira koutou tupakiri ai. Nō reira mai te rangi ki te whenua me mihi ka tika ki ngā iwi, e taimaha ana i tēnei wā. Ki te tai rāwhiti, ki te tai tokerau, o tira koutou e ngā whānau, e ngā iwi, anei te reo aroha, te reo mihi mihi mai te moana o Tauranga kia koutou. Anei mātou o Ngāi te rangi, o Ngāti Pukenga, o Ngāti Ranginui, kua kara hui hui mai ki tēnei wā tātou nei taputai, ki te wai kōrere, ki te kōrero atu kia koutou e pāne ki ngā neke hanga ki roto i te moana o Tauranga. Thank you everyone for gathering this afternoon. Can I just pass our condolences on to the families who have lost loved ones both here at Mauao and at Pāpāmoa. Forefront for us as iwi is assisting the emergency services who are doing a fantastic job in the recovery of the loved ones so that they can be returned to their families. Tauranga, as well as other areas of the country, have witnessed a significant weather event last week which has caused substantial damage and, as you can see here, loss of life. Our thoughts and prayers are obviously with the families who are grieving at the moment, and certainly those who are waiting here at Mauao to recover their loved ones. In terms of the response that the iwi have made, I'll pass it over to Kylie to talk about that.
Yeah, in terms of our collective response, multiple marae across the wider Tauranga Moana region opened their doors not only to our own people but also to the general public. Our people were impacted by road closures, landslides, power outages and the general overwhelm and the feeling of isolation.
We look forward as the three iwi of Tauranga Moana to the independent review process that has been called by Mahe Drysdale. We support that call and we look forward to being actively involved in that review process.
We also intend to be actively involved, and our expectation is that iwi are at the table as we move towards recovery in the wider Tauranga area. From Pāpāmoa to Otawhiwhi, there has been significant damage to homes, to roads, to infrastructure, and we look forward to being part of the conversations around that as well.
Are you considering a longer term rally?
Our position at the moment is that we will align to the health and safety requirements of Mauao. We understand that there's damage all around the mountain, so it could take some time to repair that damage. Outside of that, we haven't had a hui as iwi. We haven't had a hui with our kaumātua to discuss what the long-term plan for Mauao is.
Do you intend to have that convo?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Locals aren't critical of the council's delay in evacuating campers during the state of emergency.
All we can say is that we are here to support the emergency services and the work that they are doing. As Charlie Tawhiao has pointed out, in the fullness of the review, we expect to have those conversations.
Can you please tell me how important it is to conduct karakia throughout the process?
Yeah, the karakia for us is an opportunity to offer support to those who are living, first and foremost. And it reaches into the cockles of the heart, and the karakia is a way to return people to a state of normality. It's not as easy as it sounds, but also we hold the maunga in high reverence. And Mauao is a part of our whakapapa, our history, and will be a part of our future. We'll be here long after we're gone. And so we revere the mountain and all that it possesses. And so the karakia is as much to appease our living whānau as it is our geographical features that we hold dearly.
Going back to the report that was done by council, did iwi share these concerns initially? Have you voiced any concerns of a potential landslide?
Not to my knowledge. Obviously the maunga is always susceptible to landslides, and I don't think any of us could have predicted that this was going to happen.
There was talk
with the Prime Minister earlier, he acknowledged there was what he called misinformation circulating online and some racist rhetoric about Iwi's role in Tauranga with Pukenga. What do you understand is the talk, and what's your response to that?
Our primary focus is supporting the emergency services to return their loved ones to them. Any further talk beyond that will be done at a time that's appropriate.
What has been the emotional impact on iwi members who have been present on the site, and how are you supporting each other through this moment?
That's a good question. The team that's working on the site now in the recovery phase are working under some pretty difficult conditions. They're aware that a whānau are waiting for their loved ones to be returned. They're also aware of the risks to them of working at there. I'm really proud of our team and the iwi support that's on site at the moment, providing cultural and spiritual support to those who are working with karakia.
Do you feel like those in the community or even just passers-by who even coming to look at the cordon are just curious by this event, wanting to see it themselves, have been respectful of iwi's role to play here?
I think there's been an outpouring of grief from the whole community, and as evidenced last night at the vigil, there are a lot of people here who feel very strongly about the loss of people that they don't even know, but they're visitors to our place, and there's been an overwhelming outpouring of grief from Tauranga Moana, not just from iwi, but from all of the community.
And I think the affinity and passion for the maunga doesn't only sit with iwi. The community of Tauranga Moana, whether we're Māori or whether we're non-Māori, have a huge affinity to the mountain, and those of us who climb and walk the mountain often feel its presence and the spiritual enticement that the maunga brings for all of us of Tauranga.
What sort of kōrero have you had with the directly affected whānau throughout the last couple of days in terms of your role to play and I guess working together with them as this recovery continues?
Yeah, we sit in close proximity to the whānau. We see each other quite regularly. Often we chat and often we share. And often we share our experiences and they share theirs, but also connection as well. Some of the spiritual connection. We don't expect everyone to get that, but certainly at times like this, you do become more attuned to a presence, a more comforting presence.
Despite the circumstances, it must be so hard that in such hard times like this, for example, marae and opening your doors for people, and that must be part of worry that hard.
I think that's just inherent in what we do. We've done the same in the COVID response. We didn't have any resources, but we all opened up our doors to anyone who needed it, and we had it outwarming. We had a huge response from the community, and a lot of thanks for us for doing that, because we're doing it on the slip of a noily rag, but we're doing it, and we're not waiting around for support as well.
The government or Cabinet is discussing tomorrow government support for affected areas. What would you like to see come out of that?
We would like to see some engagement, and we're preparing our response, or at least our input to that Cabinet paper that's going up tomorrow.
Do you have specific asks or specific things that you're after from the government in terms of financial or otherwise?
We will have.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Really appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.